Hello everyone, my name is Shankhanath Das, here to represent my project based on retail inventory and sales analysis which I got from Labmentix respectfully. So first we have imported all the CSV files into the Excels like the brand, category, customer, and have sorted all the data, checked all the duplicates, errors and everything, and make the data proper useful without any null values present. And in sometimes in the ship value we have also created some delivery status column as well as ship duration, which will help us find whether the shipment was on time or delayed. Okay, and the later we can have the shipping duration also. So there is the three days duration, 1 day duration. The delivery status was delayed, so by how many days it was delayed. So we can see this here that the shipment, the order ID 15, the customer ID 450 and order status 4 was delayed, and it was delayed by 3 days. Okay, so here we can do the analysis of the orders table. Then coming down to product table, we have removed every error, every null values and checked for duplicates. Then the staff data, in the manager ID I have removed the blank value and typed not provided in the blank areas. Then moving on to the store ID, here every data was checked, and then comes the store at the last. So these were all the CSV files which I have cleaned, double checked for errors and used it for analysis purpose. Second, we have used XLOOKUP function. Here as you can see, we have used lookup function for getting the data. For getting the data here, which include discount, order ID, item ID, product ID, quantity, list price, discount, revenue. So the revenue table, what it does is it subtracts the discount from the list price and give us the final revenue, so we can get the total price we sold the goods for. Then the order date, store ID, staff ID, then comes the product name, brand ID, brand name, category ID, category name, order date, required date, shipped date and delivery status. So I have created this table and named it as master data because all the CSV, the other CSVs like brand, category, customer, order item, orders, products, staff, stocks and store, it combines the useful columns and gathered it along a single table or a sheet, we can say, on a single sheet, which will help us to find the analysis and perform the analysis based on this data. Because doing it otherwise, selecting the other sheets and doing it one by one will cost us more time, and as a data analyst we should be time efficient and result driven. So creating a table known as master data help us perform analysis later on. And moving on to the analyst sheet, here we have created 3 tables which are checking null values per customer, which is 0, but as we can see in the order table there is 170 null values. So moving on to checking the null values from the order table. So checking null values in order table, we got 0 null values in every part, okay, except shipped date. We can't fill the ship date with any mean, median or average value, because if the shipped date is blank, that means that the shipped is not yet done, so the shipped is pending. So here we can see the data is 169 only in shipped date. Then checking for duplicates, so checking for duplicates in the required column, because checking for duplicates all the column is useless. Okay, so checking duplicates in order ID, customer ID and product ID is 0. So after performing this analysis, we can move forward into the pivot table, which is the main and important section. So here we have created pivot table on the Excel, and let me just make it fuller. So yeah, here the store ID and the total revenue section. So the store ID, the number one store ID is the revenue is, but we can see that the second store ID is generating the most amount of revenue, just like more than double from store 1 and a lot more than the store 3. 52 lakh revenue only from store 2, which contributes more than half of the grand total value. Then coming to the brand name, we have created a top brand name which the grand total is approximately not, which the grand total is exactly the same. The brand name Electra is the most purchased brand name. Then there is the second, which is the Haro, then Hiller, then Pure Cycles, and the least is Strider. Okay, as we can see, the least sold and the least revenue earned from a brand which is Strider. So we can focus more on producing Electra, Haro and Hiller and Pure Cycles as well. But there is also one brand name which is Trek, which almost double or 4 times the revenue than Electra, which is at the bottom. So here we can get the analysis that we should focus more on Trek, then Electra, Haro and Hella. These are the top 5 products. Top 4 products we should focus solely, because the other products are not giving us revenue as much as these top 4 products. So we should not lose any quantity and quality on the products. And moving on to the top 10 products. The top 10 products is Surly Straggle 2016, Surly Straggle 650B 2016. Then the Trek Conduct, which is most likely the highest, third highest, because the first highest is the Trek Slash. Then coming to the second highest, which is Trek Conduct, and the last is Trek Fuel. So these are the top 10 products, and among top 10 these are the top 3 products which gives us more revenue than other products. And in order date we can see the dates as well. We have mostly get revenue on the year 2017, and the least profitable year was 2018. Then coming to the category name, cruiser bicycles gives us the good amount of revenue, but if we move down bottom and then we can see the mountain bike gives us the hell lot of revenue compared to the other revenues. 27,50,079 revenue earned solely from mountain bikes, then road bikes, then electric bikes, then cruiser bicycles, and then electric bikes. So these are the top 4 products we should focus more by increasing the quality. So coming down to staff ID, here the sole purpose of analyzing the staff ID and revenue of staff ID is that we can give proper salary hike bonuses to the staff, which gives us the most revenue as a token of respect, as token of gratitude that they have brought us so much revenue. So if we can see the top 2 staff is the staff ID 6 and 7, which give us 26,24,120, which makes staff ID number 6 the most revenue driven staff. Then the second staff ID 7, which is ranked second, by 25 lakhs 91,630. But here we can see that staff ID 9 doesn't contribute half of what the other has did. It's 4 lakh 3,623.94. So we should give us we should give the staff ID number 9 some direction of how to work or some training also. Then if we go on delivery status, we can see delayed, on time and pending, where pending order is likely 70,895 which are to be done, which we have analyzed in the null values, which is ship date. That is why we have created master data with shipping ID with delivery status pending, because if we go on delivery status, the date, if we fill on the dates, then the delivery status will be messed up. Delayed order is 1,19,252 and on time is 21,50,662. So here we can get the analysis of the delivery status, the staff ID, which staff ID to give bonuses and which we have to terminate or to give training to them, which is the profitable year, the top 10 products we should focus on, the top 4 categories we should be focusing on improving the quality, which will give us the most revenue, and the brand name and the store ID. So we should focus on store ID 3 because store ID 3 is not giving any value compared to store ID 1 and 2. So this conduct the Excel part, and coming to the SQL section, answering the business questions and queries. So first we have created a master query just like the master data we have created in the Excel. So we have used the case function and joins as well for creating the master query, which we can see here exactly the same in the view tab. Okay. So then coming to the total revenue, if we go on to the total revenue, we get a total revenue of 76,89,109. And if we go on to revenue by years, which is the profitable year, we get the same answer just like we got in the Excel. The top 10 products is also the same, the delivery performance is also the same. Most likely every category, best category, the delivery performance, store performance, monthly sales trend. So if we go on monthly sales trends, which we have not created in the Excel part, we get that the most profitable is 2018 January, 2018 March, and if we scroll down we get it endlessly. The least profitable year was 2018 June. Then we get increase in sales, but the June month was like it is producing less to zero, because 189 as a revenue for a month is not acceptable. Then running total, the revenue and running total is here. The rank products, here is the ranking of the products which drive revenue. So if we focus on total ranks, which are 278, the first is Trek Sulfur, the Lectra Super Bolt, the Lectra Tiger Shark, the Lectra Cruiser. Sorry, wait a minute. Yeah, the Trek Slash, Trek Conduct, Trek Fuel. So we can say that the Trek category is the top 3 category among all the products. Even in the top 5 products, we got 4 of the Treks and 1 of the Slurry Straggle. Then moving to the business question. Store-wise sales analysis. So here the store id, which is 123, the total revenue, which we have already analyzed in the excel sheet, that the which store id is giving us the more value. But in the SQL part, we got the store ID2 has a total order of 1093, and the total quantity sold was 4779. And we should focus solely, put our focus into store ID 3, because the numbers are drastically low compared to the store ID 1 and 2. Then comes the year wise sale. Sale year, if we see, the less sale year is 2018, as we have discussed before, so no point in discussing that. And then coming to the category wise revenue, the least sold and least revenue generated category is children bicycle, and on the other hand, the mountain bikes is the top revenue generation in the category section. And if we go on regional wise sale, the trek slash, the trek conduct, the trek fuel, slurly straggle, trek domain, the total unit sold is 154, 145, 143, 151. But the trek domain is least sold compared to other trek products. The trek leg is also 29, which is lower than the trek domain. But in top 5, we can see that trek domain is the least sold. But the other products are heavily sold in above 100 units. The product wise analysis. Wait a minute, sorry. The inventory trend analysis. If we go on inventory and stock available, the least stock available is trek domain. As we have analyzed before in the product wise sale, the trek domain is sold less, and also the stock is available only 5. So moving on to the staff performance, which is crucial for giving bonuses, compensation, rewards, and also training to the least performance staff, which is staff ID 9 with the total order of only 86. The rest of the staff has contributed, 2 of the staff has contributed more than 500 orders. The other 2 have contributed more than 100 and 150 orders. The other 2, which are the lowest, didn't even completed 100 orders, which is 88 and 86. So we have to give proper training to them for increasing our revenue. In the customer order frequency, we can analyze that the customer has ordered mainly number 2, which is the total order, which is number 1. As we can scroll endlessly, and we can see that the total order is being number 1. So here we can do an analysis that the customer mainly order only one quantity among all of them. And if we have to get top 10 customers, we can see the least profitable customer was 1 to 2, and the highest spent on our products was the customer 94. So moving on to the revenue analysis, the lowest order value is 71.99. The highest order is way above than we can think, that is 21,599.98. Average order value is 1,628.36. The discount analysis, which is the last, is the average discount percentage is 10.54, and revenue after discount is 76,89,191.71. So after completing Excel part with the master data analysis and pivot table, we have moved to SQL for answering the business question. But most of the question was answered in Excel itself with the help of pivot table, master data sheet, and analysis part. But the main thing is dashboard. So we have created a dashboard and a business insights with proper recommendation and business insights. So moving on to the dashboard, we can see that the retail sales and operation dashboard. In the left side, we have the proper filter table. So if we go on to the delayed section, track order is the most delayed. The staff performance is also here. The total revenue, average order, in the March sales trend over time, in the March, everything changes. So coming back to the basics, the dashboard represents the total revenue of 7.7 million, total order of 2000, average order value is $7,800, and total order is 1000. Total customer is 1000. Here we can see that a sales trend over time. We can see that a spike in the trend line of April month, which is 1,212 lakh $355.81, and the least is December and May with $0.47 million revenue. Coming to the staff performance, the Marcelona Boyer, the Vinita Daniel is the top staff performer of our store, but Laila Trailer is the least, and the Kelly Vargas is also the second least performer of our staffs. Coming to the brand wise revenue, as we have discussed before, the Trek is the most selling, $4.6 million. The Lectra is drastically low compared to the Trek, but also compared from Strider, it is more than 10 times the value of Strider. Strider value is approximately $4,320, whereas Lectra is $1.2 million. The category wise revenue contribute to 100% is mostly the road bikes, the mountain bikes, the cruiser bicycles, and the electric bikes are the top 5, which is above 10% of our revenue contribution. Coming to the store performance, as we have discussed before, the store ID number 2 is the highest performance, and the delivery status on time is the 60%. 10% is pending due to some technical issues or some cargo issues. We have a 10% of pending, but 28.61% of delayed. So coming to the business insights, which is the end of our slide. Revenue is heavily dependent on store 2, as we have discussed before. Track products and few top performing staff creating high concentration risk. Premium bicycle categories generate strong revenue and high order value, but sales are vulnerable to economic slowdowns. As we have seen, the mountain bike category is giving us the more revenue than anything else. Sales peaked sharply during around April, as we have seen in the trend line. Then coming to the delayed and pending deliverables remain high enough to impact customer retention. As we see here in the bottom, the delivery status analysis give us 28 and 10%, which is contributely 40% of our delivery status, which is either pending or delayed. Trek dominates brand revenue contribution, increasing supplier dependency risk. So here is the recommendation to all the investors and the board members. Focus investment on operational stability before expanding aggressively. As we can see, the staff performance, the brand revenue, category wise sales, the delivery status, the store performance is not stable enough to expand aggressively. So before expanding, we should focus on staff performance, the delivery status, and the store performance. Then the increase mid-range product, accessories, and service-based revenue to stabilize cash flow. As we can analyze here, the things are same. Improve logistics and delivery efficiency to strengthen customer retention and reduce operational losses. which refer to this delivery status analysis. And diversify brand contribution to reduce dependency on track. As we can see, mostly not 90% of our revenues depend on track. So we should focus on Lectra, Strider, and every other brands, so that we should not be able to focus on only one brand. Then standardize sales process across staff and store to reduce reliances for high performance. As we can see, store performance and staff performance is not up to the mark, so we should focus there also. So here is my product. So here is my dashboard analysis and SQL queries answering business questions and providing business insights and recommendation to the board members and the investors. Thank you. Myself, Shankanath Das.